It's 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. Yay! That means it's my work from home day and I'm done. So, we're in the front yard, obviously. Got a lot blooming as usual. Though these hyacinths are done. Got quite a few daffodils still. Even up here where it's not daffodil central yet. But then let's see. Everything in here is doing really well. I lifted a couple of, mystery plants here. Don't know what those are yet. But I do see that a dwarf pyrethrin daisy made it through the winter. So that's nice. And I discovered what these unknown bulbs are, because one of them at least started putting up, so I just stepped right into the support for the hops, and now I'm bleeding. Yay! Hazards. Let's see, so over here, I don't think this one's doing the flower head yet. And again, these ones I transplanted all of these daffodils green, so they're going to skip a year blooming for the most part. I'm also not planning on deadheading any of my daffodils this year so I can have an easier time telling them apart once I'm digging. The hazelnuts up here seem to be doing alright, from the best I can tell. I'm watering them once or twice a day. I still can't tell what the verdict is on my 3 new raspberries. I may have really screwed them up. Hopefully they'll recover. So let's look around. Here's another one of those big bulbs. Got you in suspense here. I'm not going to tell you what they are. I'm going to show you. Everything that's potted up is doing really well. Oddly, this hazelnut is drier seeming than the ones that I put up there. I don't know. A lot of these I could plant out like last week, today. I just haven't done it yet. These little ones, these multiflora little daffodils, like this one, are all scented and they smell amazing. I'm still waiting to see if any of the elephant head amaranth seeds will come up. They're supposed to be winter hardy seeds, so we'll see. This appears to be one very derpy tulip. I don't know. That hollyhock's coming back. And here's the suspense resolution. It's going to be a large bloom allium. So like one of those big blue globes that gets about like that big around. Like 3 or so inches across. The pink ones are in bloom. Oh, it smells so good up here. So many of the scented daffodils are open right now. 3 different kinds back there. These both are, there's a set here, like behind some onions that are, these are, as are the ones in front. We got some opening here. And they smell, oh, and down there as well. They smell pretty much exactly like the hyacinths do. And I do have some of those still in bloom back here. The blue ones that are more in the shade open later. So they stay in bloom on a later schedule. So those blue ones, they're very top heavy. They're flopping. I wonder if those are getting overcrowded and if I should dig. I worry about them though, because that's a bit of a risk. They don't seem to like being dug up. some rhubarb here, back there. 4 or so, I think, plants here. Still no signs of asparagus last I checked. I can actually walk through here, even in bare feet, I think. We'll see if I hurt myself. Haha. The Saskatoon bloomed. I said it would this week, didn't I? That is going to be a ton of berries. The cherry's starting to open up some of its blooms as well. Holy cow, that's going to be so many berries. Whew. Yeah. So that's just the one Saskatoon hedge. Then there's the cherry in the middle. This is the one that I'm pretty sure that one plant on the porch is this. And they end up looking like blueberries and being a little bit more savory than blueberries. They're really good cooked. Look at all these. Jeez Louises. So yeah, the shorter one, I don't know why this one's shorter, but it is. Not gonna argue, that's fine. The shorter one here is also in full bloom. And then the cherry petals are just starting to open. This cherry is not mature yet, and additionally it might be stunted due to all of the issues it's been having as far as verticillium wilt, I do believe. I don't know what to tell you about that. It's a hot mess. I do still want to remove most of the daffodils from this row so I can put in a proper walking path there. Theoretically, I might get tulips back in here. It's anybody's guess. The deer like to eat them before they bloom. And this plum's doing fine, all considered. Yeah. Ooh! The historic poet's daffodil. Introduced, I think, in the 1600s, according to Brex. Has also opened up. This has always been one of my favorites. I think a proper poet's daffodil has a green edge along the top, too, so this might be hybridized of it. But that is by far one of my favorite daffodils. It's in 2 different places. And then we have one of the really top-heavy daffodils opening up over here, too. I think that might be Tahiti Sunrise or something like that. It has a little bit of scent, but not much. These ones smell just like hyacinths, and so do the fluffy ones right here. They're so cute. This is the Jostaberry is doing great. It lost some of its tip leafage. You can see that's a bare stick, which probably means that stick's partially dead, and then the tip of that stick's dead. But these ones here both did great, and it's obviously it's survived, so that's really all I asked for, is a living plant. I've pretty well decided that the one honeyberry is going to go in the middle here, and then the other one will go over here somewhere. We'll figure out where. There's a lot of bulbs right there. Oh wow, this one's almost like iridescent bright inside. Look at that. Whew, neat. Another one of these. Every time it rains, these just bow down and dip their faces in the dirt. It's just as well to pick them. Oddly, these little ones here, wait, focus. These ones don't have any scent, they're just small. So yeah, that's what's going on in the garden. This is lovage. It's coming back up. This is the Jerusalem artichoke, also known as sunchoke. It usually doesn't start to bud through the ground until mid to late June. It's a late starter. So it's just a brown patch until then. And I've been pulling up the bittercress, which I found out, to the best of my understanding, is a Pennsylvania native, but it's one of my most difficult weeds. So, oh well. Basically 90% of my neighbor's lawn is made out of it, so it's doing fine. Me pulling it out of my garden isn't going to put it endangered. Oh, good. The old type jostaberry is starting to, starting to open up its flowers too. It's got a hint of yellow about the whole hedge. Definitely once it's done fruiting, digging up quite a lot of what's there. Gonna sharpen my shovel and go after it. You know, like you do. So it's definitely a happy spring here, and I hope yours is going well. I'll go around impulsively weeding for a while longer. Haven't found any food yet, except for that one harvest of hops fronds very early, and repeatedly rhubarb, which I do use as a vegetable rather than a fruit. It's a nice sour. Here's another one of those. They're about ready to go to seed, so if I can avoid that, my life will be much easier. Hoping that I'll have an entire wall of privacy hedge along here. Eventually that would be good. I'd be very happy with that. And in the meantime, we've definitely got spring going on here. It's good stuff. And I hope you're having a good one. Take care. Bye.